Alright, I found a neat little thing that at the thrift store. It is a shot glass. I think it's 1.5 shot glass and a 1 shot. I've been testing it here. And what I've done is I've drilled holes about 1/4 inch from each side here. I think it's a little more than 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 inch on this side and 1/4 inch on this side. And I've wrapped some carbon felt around the center, and I need that as a wicking because this is a steel, not aluminum, so it takes a little bit more time to heat up than aluminum does, so that's why I wrapped it with the carbon felt. So what I do is I overflow a little bit of alcohol, let it soak into the carbon felt, and that works as a wick to keep the jets going until the shot glass, or steel, is up to temperature to hold it. Because as we know, alcohol doesn't burn unless it's at its vaporization temperature. So I've got some water over here on the side. I'm going to fill up my new Foster's pot here. It's at 55 degrees right now. Take the thermometer out of it and pour 2 cups into this. Let's see there. Oh, I think I went way past 2 cups there. Let me go ahead. Oops, excuse me. Pour a little back. Just to that 16 there. This is at 32. So there's 2 cups of water in my Foster's pot. Alright, what I did here is I added my Foster's pot. I did a little different than everybody else does. Sorry, right in front of the light there. That makes it hard to see them. So I'll try and stay out of that side. I added a metal ring around two spirals around the outside of my can to this flimsy, not flimsy, flimsy, not flimsy. So I added that in there. I had just enough wick to get to the top and I didn't finish it. I don't know if you can see right there. A little of the metal sticking out, so I gotta be careful not to touch that because that can get hot. I need to order some more wick. Just couldn't cover it all the way up. It's my new pot I just made. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some alcohol in here. This top side holds 3/4 of an ounce of alcohol, and the bottom side holds a 1/2 ounce. And what I do is I fill it right to the holes, and then I just tilt it and turn it, and let the alcohol run out the holes and right down the side into the carbon felt, just like you're seeing happen here. And I keep an eye on the inside, and as I spin it I can feel the alcohol coming down to the center, and once I feel the alcohol has hit the center and it's soaked all the way down to the center, and I know I'm about 1/8 inch down on the fuel now. Whoop, about to tip the whole thing over. Then I know it's ready to go. I can turn the thermostat off, I guess. I'm not using that. I do want to use this timer on here. It's a new timer. Start. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here now. And I'm going to go ahead and hit start because there it goes. Light that up. And that's going to count. And we'll just see how this does. I've done it a couple times and it seems to have done pretty good, but I want to let it run through and see how it does. A complete run. And I'm really just using this for time now. I don't have the temperature gauge in, so I don't have a hole in the top of this lid. Well, that is a small number down at the bottom down there. There you go. I think you can see it now. Yeah, it's this little number across the bottom down here that we're looking at. And you can see it gets that flame going. Now it gets a little crazy after a minute here because there's just so much heat coming off of the wick. So it does get a little crazy, and then it calms back down, and it generally holds a pretty good temperature for a while there. Now I haven't tried this with this cold of water yet. I've tried it with much hotter water in the 70-degree range. So I'm not sure if this cold of water will actually get to a boil. It looks like we're having some issues with it staying lit. It may just pull through. I'm seeing a drip coming right out the front, and I don't think that's alcohol. I think that's the humidity off the can, or I'm not sure if they call it humidity or vapor or whatever they call it. I don't know if you guys can see that drip right there getting ready to come off there. So you see the wick goes out, and what happens now is it holds a pretty steady temperature, and actually as the can warms up, so does the well, stove we'll call it. It's not really a stove, it's more of a shot glass. And as the shot glass warms up, the flames will get a little bit bigger again, as you're starting to see there. Now the unique thing about this little shot glass is that it's two-sided. So this side up here that we're using now holds 3/4 of an ounce of fuel, and if you flip it over, the bottom holds 1/2 of an ounce of fuel. I did do it a little bit different. I put this one 1/4 inch from the top or bottom, and this one 3/8 of an inch. The holes, just to see how the different drill holes, different spacing. I added about 2 more holes on the bottom than I had on the top to see if it would actually improve any. The odd thing is it didn't make a whole lot of difference from one side to the other. I haven't tried it with this cold of water yet, so I'm not really sure how that's going to affect it. I'm going to lower this down just a little so you guys can see the underside a little bit more, and just maybe get an idea of what the flames look like underneath there. Here we go. Well, it came back down as soon as I took the lid off, but it's starting to boil. I'm going to bring the camera up to show you. Got just a little boil going on there. Nothing major yet. You can see the bubbles just rolling around in there. Okay, now let's just say our time right now is 9:30, and that's a pretty steady boil right there at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. That's what I like to see. So that wasn't too quick, but we were at 55 degrees temperature starting out, so that would explain, I'm sure, why it was so. Oops, sorry. Let's see how long it goes to run out. Just past 12 minutes and we're still going. I am going to lower this back down so we can see. Oops, sorry. Actually, it rolled on as we did it. So 12 minutes and 15 seconds it ran out. Alright. So that's my shot glass stove, and what I will show you here is I've got my cooling on there. I can grab this, set it off to the side here. This is my silicone fiberglass mat. I think I just decided to use it as a mat and not use it as a cut up or windscreen or anything. You'll see that it's dry as bone, and yes, I can grab the bottom. And I don't even know if I dare try to grab the top. No, I'll let it go before I try that. So now I'm going to actually flip it over. I'm going to cool it off before I flip it over so it doesn't melt the silicone. Get it down there. Alright, so that's pretty cool now. I'm going to let it chill down to room temperature before I start the next test though. And we're going to add some more nice cold water in there and see how it does on this side, just to show you that it runs the same and how it runs on the opposite side. Pour this water out and I'll be right back. So, my two-sided stove, shot glass stove, a shock stove, I don't know what we'll call it, but interesting enough. Anyways, tell me what you think. Any ideas? I can't really modify it anymore, I've already put holes in it all, but whatever. Thanks for watching.